Stitching bias tape down is really easy. Let me show you how. So there's two different curves on this project, and we sew them separately. So we're gonna start on this bottom curve first. We stitch always the inner curve first. So if we imagine our bias tape being sewn on that curve, this is the inside of the curve and that's the outside. So we're lining up that bias tape, the center of the bias tape on the back. It's kind of where the two sides of the fabric join in the middle. Now I'm putting my presser foot down. The edge of my zipper foot is aligned with the edge of that bias tape. Once it's on the machine, I lay it down a few inches at a time, kind of the length of the bed of my machine, and I'm gonna sew slowly. We stop. You're always going to stop with your needle in the down position. We lay the next few stitches down. Now you'll notice that I'm not stretching at all on the inside of this curve. That allows the bias tape to really work the way we want to and allow us to utilize all of the stretch that it has to offer. Now I'm just lining that center along our design that we have drawn on our background. We stop with the needle in the down position and we continue. We're going to take our block off of the machine, and I'm actually going to cut this so that it's a little bit easier to manage. I always leave a little bit of a tail. We don't need much more than 1 inch. The next thing that we do is to go to our pressing station, and when you physically get in there and stretch that fabric out, heat and steam is what helps to retrain that fabric so that it lays nice and flat. To stitch the opposite side down, now we start it from the left side. Now we're going to start from the right side. We place it directly on the machine. And usually you can go a little bit faster on this edge as well. So I'm just slightly rotating it as it follows that curve. And we sew all the way to the end. Beautiful. Every time we get to the end of the seam, we're going to press. The opposite side is stitched essentially the same. I drop my presser foot and we start to stitch. We lay it down a few inches at a time. Now we are coming to a seam here. It's a join in our bias tape. And if you speed over it, or even go the same speed as we've been sewing, the stitch has a tendency to kind of have a little jog in it. So we want to just take our time, slow down even more, make sure it gets over that hump smoothly, and then just continue sewing. We're going to iron one more time, and remember, this does not have to be your last time. And very often we flip it to the back and iron again. And our block is done.